Hello, Somerset County, and welcome to this edition of the Scoop Podcast. My name is Chris Edwards, president of the Business Partnership. Thank you for joining us today. I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors of the Scoop Podcast. We have Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital Somerset, our partners at Unity Bank, and Techie Geek, who helped build out the studio in 2024. I can't believe we're celebrating our 2-year anniversary in this place. So I want to give all three a shout out, and you're going to be hearing more of them as we progress through season 2 of the Scoop Podcast. Today, I'm excited because we have not only a new member, a new partner to the business partnership, but a new business opening in Bridgewater. That's D1 Training. And before we get into what D1 Training is, I want to first welcome Arpit Jain, the owner of D1, to the podcast. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Chris, and thanks for having me here. Excited to be here.
No, it's my pleasure. Welcome to the business partnership. I know it's we've been moving fast and furious since you joined, and I want to thank you for your support. I'm really excited for the opening of D1 in Bridgewater. We talked a little bit before the podcast about my kids are hitting that age where we're doing a lot of specialized training, and I'm really excited to see kind of what that world includes. As my kids get into that age. So we're going to get into that in a second, but I first want the membership to get to know you as a new business owner here in Somerset County. So could you talk a little about yourself and your career that's, I guess, adjacent to what you're doing at D1?
Yeah, that's right. So I'm a marketing tech executive. Been doing this for 20 odd years. I'm a proud dad of 2 boys, a lovely wife, and our family is crazy about sports and fitness. To the point that, of course, me and my wife are disciplined, or we are marathon runners and all that.
Oh, wow.
But then the funny part is, like, when we go to vacations, my wife and I still keep our discipline. And what we have started seeing is our kids are following that. I have boys 8 and 14. So you can see it runs in the family, not as a chore, not as a side thing. Like, all of us love it. And then when it's sports, all year round. Basketball, baseball, football, soccer. We have the World Cup coming up. So sports and fitness runs in our family, and that's what drives me.
Yeah, no, it's not just, this isn't just an investment for you. This is something you believe passionately in. And, there are so many different types of sports and fitness training places out there, right? Whether it's you have the big sports complexes now, you have specialized training, you have a lot of things in between. What drew you, one of the first things I realized when I went to D1's website was, oh my God, there are a lot of locations, not just around the country, but here in New Jersey. What drew you to that franchise in particular?
Yeah. So I'll build off what I was saying, which is sports and fitness. Now, D1's background is it's formed by major league players. It's been around the block for 20 odd years, and they're rooted in sports and fitness. Their motto is everybody's an athlete. No matter what age you are, everybody's an athlete. And if you look around, the industry, in my job, like I said, I'm a marketing tech executive. A lot of people over the course of last several years have been gathering around sports. Sports is becoming probably the most watched thing, either on TV,
Absolutely.
any kind of screens, or in person. And fitness, if you ask me, is picking up. And I think it's still a thing on the site for many people. My goal is it should be like your lifestyle. So to me, sports is this community builder. Fitness should be a lifestyle. D1 brings a perfect blend of sports and fitness. And when my wife and I were thinking about, okay, other than my job, which by the way, I love what I do in my job, but other than my job, if I have to do something on the site, it has to be something that we really feel passionate about. Long hours. So if you do something, you don't have to do it as a chore. So sports, love; fitness, love; building community, love; helping people out, love. So bring it all together, and that drew us to D1.
And what or who is the targeted audience? Is it kids, teenagers, adults, all the above? Can you talk a little bit about who you're looking for when you reach out to the community?
So the risk of sounding generic, it's everyone, because D1 is a place for the athlete, and everybody's an athlete. Specifically, we start at age 7. So we have different categories, so 7 and up, and kids go in different age groups, but also for adults. So we do look for everyone. And the point about community, it's a place for your family. So if you said you have kids, if your kids train, you would like to train over there, right? Or
Right.
vice versa.
Yep.
So we're looking for in the Somerset County and nearby areas, like, kids who are playing any kinds of sports, or even if they're not playing sports, it's good to get fit and healthy earlier in your life.
Yep.
And adults who either played sports or didn't play sports, still, if you want to get fit, this is the place for you.
Yeah, I think I think back to my childhood. I told you, like, I played baseball 10 months around up through high school, and towards the end, I started to get sick of just playing one sport all the time. And I always say, and I'm applying this to my kids now. If I can go back, I wish I played multiple sports around the year. And I think a lot of what you're doing there is giving anyone, not just kids, but the training where it's you're developing the skills you need for that sport through fitness, but they're doing something different, right? It's like, so if you're playing baseball, it's not like you're throwing and hitting every day where it can get mundane. You're actually trying different things. Is that part of it too, where you're able to kind of give athletes the tools they need for that specific sport they're playing, but they don't have to do the same repetitions they might be doing at practice 3 or 4 other days a week?
That is exactly right. I would also say, to build on that, right? See, sports and fitness teaches a lot about life. So whether you become an athlete or not, but the skills that you learn here, the skills that you learn in any kind of sports, team sport, individual sport, and actually the discipline that you get through fitness training, those skills actually are transferable in life.
Right.
Whether you do any kind of job or as you get older. So to me, I mean, everyone should think about like playing some kind of sport. Doesn't have to be Division 1 if you can't get there. It's perfectly fine. I never played a Division 1 sport, but those skills are transferable. Those are the skills that I learned when I was playing sports earlier, and when I started my own fitness journey, those skills help me still every day in my life. And to me, when I look at my boys right now, like they're learning so early in their age. I didn't have anything like this.
Right.
And by the way, I don't think industry or anywhere in the world, I would say, there was any kind of training for kids this early that was available. You grew up sort of doing what you have to do yourself. I grew up playing sports, doing fitness the way I thought it was right. Maybe it wasn't right. Otherwise, I would have been a D1 athlete. Maybe.
Well, I'm going to go back and say yes, that you would have been that Division 1 athlete.
Welcome. This is Kevin from Printing and Promos Plus. Need print solutions that deliver? From business cards to banners, custom apparel, and promotional products, we have it all to make your business stand out. Contact Kevin at printingandpromosplus.com. So let's talk a little bit about the actual location itself. Can you talk a little bit about, one, where you're going to be located? We'll have the information, on our podcast, but where you're going to be located and what the experience will be when someone walks into the studio.
Love it. So we'll be off of the Somerville Circle, so the mall where we have Barnes & Noble. I tell people the precise location. So we are 2 doors down from Barnes & Noble.
Oh, yep.
That's where we'll be. We'll be opening in September. We're right now under construction, and I think people, if they start walking now, they'll start seeing construction and all that. Yep. And I think as far as like what the experience would be, because it's built by the major league players, so there is like a big green turf. Our facility is 4,500 square feet, and you have all kinds of equipment you can think of: weights, racks, dumbbells, barbells, treadmills, skill mills, and all that. So you have everything. And there's a big green turf in the middle for all your, like your body weight movements, and then you have machines all around. All our classes are coach-led, and D1's programming is rooted in sports science. So sports science led by coaches, and is created by people who have trained athletes, Division 1 athletes, for last 20 odd years. So you can imagine there's a pedigree to the programming that comes to us,
right,
that our coaches will lead our members through when we open in September.
So, and you mentioned before about how, it's one of the few places where you can almost train alongside your kids. So I'm, again, putting myself into it. So there would be an opportunity, right, where, my 8-year-old's in one class, but I can also be doing another program or another training myself in the same facility at the same time. That's pretty unique.
Yes. So we have, not to bore people with all the programming details that you can find on the website, but while we have the age-specific group programming, so you will be, let's say with me, as an adult, your kids will be in their class. But we also have programs where as a family, if you want to have like small groups, you and your kids can come together. you have the coach, and you train together.
Yeah.
Which is, again, the point about community.
That's great.
The community is your friends,
Yeah.
but it's also your family. So you can train with your friends or make friends, or you train with your family.
Yeah, my son was in karate last winter, and as a parent, I would end up bringing my work there, right? Because you got to sit and get through that hour and a half period with not much else to do. This is an opportunity where you can actually get your workout in the same period that your kid is. So that's a really cool opportunity. So, and then I imagine, sports groups, whether that's high school and beyond, right, through adults, this is a great opportunity for them to kind of keep that year-round training, and again, switching it up where you're not, doing the same type of practice all the time.
Right. So there's something else that we do, which is called team training. So you mentioned schools, high schools, middle schools, local club teams, college teams, any club teams, basically. D1 can be their training ground.
Right.
So imagine you're off season or you're in season. You're like, next 3 months, I need a place to coach. I need a certified coach. I need programming, which is sports science led. Well, you come to the place called D1 in Bridgewater.
Right. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about park fees and facility fees and all that other type of stuff.
Everything's there. Just walk in. I tell people, just walk in, surrender yourself to the coach, and get out.
That's awesome. Well, part of my answer to my next question is going to be, keep an eye out on our website, because we want our members to be attending your ribbon cutting this fall. But anyone who's you've piqued the interest of off of this podcast, what would be, the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, I mean, there's several ways. Of course, you'll have our website on this podcast. You'll have our phone number. Reach out. If you find me on media, reach out. But the website and phone numbers are the best. There is a team behind me. I'm not the only one who's going to take care of you. And the thing that we do is, we want people to think it's not just, like any gym where you just come in. Like, you come in with your goals. We'll help you figure out if you can meet your goals. And if we think that we can't meet your goals, we'll tell you not to join.
Right.
We're not looking for everyone to join if they're not clear. Like, we'll help you meet your goals. Because the last thing is, D1's programming, like I was saying, is sports science led, but it's also around purpose and accountability and measurable progress. We want you to make progress. We want you to feel good about your fitness journey to continue at D1.
Yeah. No, I think that's, in this day and age, that's one of the most important things, because we live with these devices that can tell us everything about every statistic, about everything in our lives. And I think when people, especially when they're paying for any type of subscription or membership, tough word, that they look for those types of metrics, right? And the fact that you're not just showing them the metrics, but you're working with them as a partner is really important.
I mean, end of the day, we want them to feel healthy. We want them to feel like an athlete, if I can put that lofty goal, no matter what your age is. That will be our goal. And if you feel that every time you come to D1, I think we have done our job in bringing this elite fitness for youth and adults in our community.
Well, I'm really excited for our members who are listening to this. Keep an eye out for the ribbon cutting coming up this fall. We're going to be really happy to be one of the first ones there for that great moment. Arpit, I want to thank you so much for joining us on The Scoop today, and Somerset County until we upload again.
Yep. No, thanks for having me, and let's go D1.
Perfect. 20 minutes.